Hello everyone, I am Sai and welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In today's video, compare the iQOO Z3 versus the Poco X3 Pro, which is best for the gaming in terms of the battery runs mobile. Yes friends, that's what I'm going to concentrate in this entire video, which phone is the best and which phone has what type of powerful processor and how much touch sampling rate, each and every details I'll try to talk, which has got advantages from the UI, so which will have 40 vibrations and which doesn't have. All these details I'll try to talk about in this entire video. So this is going to be a slightly in-depth video in terms of comparison between both phones. So but this is really worth watching friends, so try to watch till end of the video, don't try to skip it. So first thing is that let's talk about the processor. The Poco X3 Pro has got the Snapdragon 860 chipset in this phone, so which is very powerful and which is a mid-range segment mobile phone, like close to 20,000. This is the only phone which is so powerful. Yes, this is the only phone which we got. That's fantastic. So in the performance, you can actually expect really great results in this Poco X3 Pro. That's a one point which I can definitely say right now itself. Whereas the iQOO Z3, which has got the Snapdragon 768G processor, and the another benchmark score in this about 4,40,000 and 4,50,000. In this phone, it was close to 6 lakhs, so 5,80,000 and 5,90,000 in this another benchmark score. That's the difference between these both phones in terms of the process wise. So in terms of the performance, obviously the Poco X3 Pro will be having really good advantage. And let's see the settings. So what are the default settings we can actually get in these both phones? That is another important thing we should actually compare. The Poco X3 Pro has got the smooth and extreme, balanced and extreme, HD and extreme, HDR and extreme. As you can see, absolutely, these two options are present between both phones, as you can see friends. And there is Ultra HD option also available and Ultra HD High as well. So without using any kind of GFX tool, these are the few settings which you can actually get in the Poco X3 Pro. And in the iQOO Z3 device, smooth and extreme, balanced and Ultra, HD and Ultra, HDR and Ultra, Ultra HD, that's it. So there's no option for the extreme settings we cannot use in the HDR and extreme. That's another disadvantage. But some people, they do prefer only using the smooth and extremes. So this is a situation friends. So overall in terms of the advanced settings, you do have the really great options in the Poco X8 Pro. And one more thing, you can actually use the config file in this phone and you can actually play at 90 FPS. Yes, absolutely correct. I did use the config file and I did do the live stream as well using this config file. Let me show the live stream. So is a Poco X3 Pro 90 FPS BGMI game. As you can see, try to check this live stream. You can definitely understand what is going on with this phone in terms of the FPS drop test and all those details. You can watch that video for more details. Now, so in terms of the gaming, in terms of the battlegrounds gaming mainly, which has got what type of advantage. So first thing friends, the Poco X3 Pro, you do get the real-time floating FPS meter, which is really great to have. So by which you can actually see the FPS, how much it is. So this is a really good advantage for the gamers. So want to use this phone for the gaming and streaming, then it will be really great advantage friends. So no need to install any third-party application, and this will be really great useful benefit as well. That is what I do believe right now. So by playing in this Poco X3 Pro device, as you can see the floating window, floating FPS meter, which is really great. Most of the people, they'll definitely use this kind of default FPS meter only during the time of testing. So which works fantastic in the floating FPS meter without any kind of issues. So only problem is that the text may be really big, but still some people, they'll try to prefer the locations, somewhere the location which doesn't disturb the gameplay. That is what the position they'll try to keep it. So let's move to the another thing. One more thing, you do have the voice changes option in this Poco X3 Pro. Yes, absolutely, you can use the voice changer option as well. Different voice you can actually use this in the Poco X3 Pro. And all the control panels you do have on the top. As you can see friends, how much difference is there in terms of the control panels, everything. So you do have this kind of really good control in the Poco X3 Pro in terms of having more and more benefits in this Poco X3 Pro device. So right now the phone has no charge. Let me to connect the charger before the phone gets shut down. Poco X3 Pro, let's see. So right now I'm trying to do the charging test in this Poco X3 Pro. That is the reason I did not charge the phone properly. So next, let's move to the iQOO Z3 device. What is the iQOO Z3 device? What is offering? So we do not have any kind of haptic feedbacks, nothing at all. There's no 4D feedbacks option. So normally inbuilt there's a 4D feedback option in this phone, but you cannot use that 4D feedback option in this while playing the Battlegrounds mobile gameplay. That's a really disadvantage in this iQOO Z3 device at this moment. And there's no voice changer options also present here, so you do get only eagle eye option, that's it. So in terms of the gameplay, that you cannot expect nothing much difference you will be seeing in this kind of gameplay in this phone. So gameplay will be really good and really smooth, but not and I cannot see any kind of advantage for the gamers. In this phone, there's advantage like floating FPS meter and 90 FPS config file, it's working. So there are few advantages with the Poco X3 Pro. You can unlock the bootloader and you can install custom ROMs, and you can do you can install different OS, and you can even unlock this 90 FPS official as well. That is what few of the users who are using the Poco X3 Pro, they actually do in that way only, installing the custom ROMs and all those things are possible absolutely in this Poco X3 Pro device. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning for a lot of users who are actually thinking of buying the device. So in terms of the haptic feedback, you don't get haptic feedbacks in this phone. That's another disadvantage. Not much haptic feedbacks in this iQOO Z3 device at this moment. So gameplay wise, it's really great friends using both phones. You should not have that much kind of issues in terms of the gameplay playing in this phone, and even the iQOO Z3 feels really lightweight as well while playing. That's another thing which I thought of mentioning in terms of the weight. It's not that much heavy as well while playing in the iQOO Z3. In the Poco X3, definitely you'll feel the weight of the phone if you're trying to play for the long time. That's another factor you can definitely consider. If the weight is a big form factor for you, you can just take a look at as well in terms of the weight. But overall, I do feel the Poco X3 Pro is really very great. It will be great advantage for the gamers most of the time. Poco X3 Pro, it will be very good advantage. So that is what my final conclusion friends in terms of having this kind of gameplay, which is the best. I would say the Poco X3 Pro is a kind of really best option for the gamers nowadays. Yes. So this is my main feature friends, having this real-time FPS meter, and there is no 4D vibrations in the Poco X3 Pro, not even while playing the PUBG or anything. So there's no option at all. At least in the iQOO Z3 you do have the 4D vibrations in few other games, but this video is only about the Battlegrounds mobile gameplay. That is the reason I'm not trying to talk about any other games in this video. So thank you for watching this video friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. In case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to check the playlist which I have created for each and every smartphone in my channel. The playlist will be really helpful for all the users. In case if you're planning to buy this phone, that will be really great to check the playlist as well. So that's it friends, thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video friends. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. And the final conclusion is that the Poco X3 Pro is slightly better in terms of the gaming wise. I'll definitely prefer the Poco X3 Pro only for the gaming, not this iQOO Z3 device. So the reason is because you can use the 90 FPS in this Poco X3 Pro by using config file or installing any kind of custom ROMs. That support is there, and floating widget, you do have the real-time FPS meter. That's also another thing, and the powerful chipset as well. The Snapdragon processor is really powerful, so that's another thing you should definitely think of before buying this device. See you in the next video friends. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. Bye.